Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Monday, February 2nd, 2026. Let's take a look at the charts. Start with the big picture, the weekly chart. It is 409.50. This rising, boy, this is like a 4-month channel structure now. Then the daily chart you'll see over here over to the right is 407.33. It is a range of support that can contain selling not only for the week if tested, but really through the entire month of February, because from here we can round up within several months, 3 to 5 at the most, to 533.78, which is, if you recall, our long-term 6-year rising channel top that we have yet to actually test. We came very close to doing so a little over a year ago, December of 24. But we've yet to actually test it outright. It remains in play by the end of the second quarter, holding above 409.50. If we close below 409.50, just the opposite. We pivot south into the second quarter. 2 to 3 month sell-off then, anticipating the 314.87 extreme channel bottom, where we actually could bottom out through the second quarter, even into later year. So this is really our framework as we move into mid-year in terms of anticipating the possibility of 533.78 that's realistic above 409.50. And if we close below this structure, 314.87 likely. And so that is that in terms of the big picture. Let's jump into the daily chart itself. You've got 409.50, once again, the rising channel bottom represented here as a horizontal line, and we've got 450.01. I bumped this up to a 3-star resistance. We are a distance, how should I put it? We are far enough away from 409.50 where we could top out at 450.01, and not within the week so much, but by the end of next week fall away to 409.50. I like to reserve 3-star resistance and support levels as not only weekly opportunities, but 2 to 3 week swing trades. And I think that presents here. It's not as if I'm bearish below 450.01. I do think we've come kind of close enough to testing 409.50, and we haven't fallen to within 1% of it, but we've fallen, I think, within 2% of it. I'm not saying we've tested it and now we can turn higher, but that is what is quite possible here. Nonetheless, over the next 2 or 3 weeks, I wouldn't be surprised to see the market bottom out in this low 400 region, 409.50, and top out in the low 450s and dropping. We could trade inside of this zone for the next week or two. And if we close above 450.01, that is your indication for a 2 to 3 week rally to 487.95. And so these two structures here are both weighted the same. Weekly resistance can contain weekly highs, and if settled above, upward continuation to the next significant price point. In this case, closing above 450.01, 487.95 expected, where profits can be taken on a long position that may have been established above 450.01. I'll also say that as if we test 409.50 this week, and its sister formation, or the same formation, I should say, on the daily chart that we find at 407.33. If we do test that area, we do have these descending channel tops at 450.01 and 487.95 that will not change significantly in value. So the point I'm making here is if you're given the opportunity to buy the 409.50 region, you can consider 487.95 to be more of a 3 to 5 week objective. In that 3 to 5 week time frame, we could spend a week or two trading inside of this zone. And if we close above 450.01, 2, 3 weeks at the very most, we test 487.95. But 409.50 is significant enough. I've already mentioned how we can bottom out here and round up to 533.78 within 3 to 5 months or sooner of testing 409.50. And so this is all consistent with those time horizons. I'm breaking this down into different time frames because the market trades within different time frames and people trade within different time frames. Some of you are day traders strictly, out by the closing bell. Some of you are swing traders who hold positions for several days, 3 to 5 days. Some of you go out 2 to 3 weeks. Some of you like to hold something for several months. And so the market does present that in terms of the technical analysis.
If you're looking for your daily Nvidia analysis, you can now find it at wickedstocks.com, where it's part of a full suite of daily analysis videos, including the Daily SPY Report and Daily Triple Q Report. Sign up now and get immediate access so you don't miss a single day.
Anyway, I think I've presented the upside pretty well. Bottom line, if we close above 450.01, no good reason to be short Tesla as we move through February, 487.95, our next target. On the way up today, I need to find the right chart here. Here we are. Simple trend line off the highs, kind of consistent with the highs for the last couple of days, although they're a little bit higher. 439.17 is our upward pivot point. Sellable resistance? Sure, we can fall away from here, possibly back to 409.50 within the day, but I'm not expecting that necessarily. I like this image, though, that if we do push above 439.17, you can anticipate 450.01 today, where we can top out for the day, we could top out for the week and fall away. And if we close above it, it is reverse and go long to 487.95 within 2 to 3 weeks. I also want to mention one more time that if we do then close above 487.95, we've got another 2 to 3 week rally to 533.78. This long-term 6-year channel top able to contain buying pressures through the second quarter. Even the rest of the year, we could fall away from here substantially from there. Let's take a look at the downside. Once again, we've got 407.33 is 409.50. I'm not expecting this today. We might test this area today, but if we were to close below this zone later in the week, it does, as I said earlier, represent a significant sell signal. So closing below 407.33, I would expect 390.12 within several days. This is a downside 3/8 Fibonacci, may contain daily selling pressures, but this is our downward pivot point. Closing below 407.33, I see no compelling reason to be long Tesla. If your time horizon is 2 to 3 months out or sooner, it is either out of the market or short Tesla as we continue then presumably into the 320s. That same formation on the weekly chart I mentioned earlier in the 410s, 414.87, where profits can be taken on a short position. An aggressive long entry pursued in this zone in the 314.87 area really through the rest of the year. Because if we were to test it, we're well into the second quarter and we can come off of this area nicely, potentially by the end of the year then reaching into the 530s. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. If you're looking for your daily Nvidia report, you'll find it at wickedstocks.com, along with daily SPY and daily Triple Q analysis. You also get 2 stock picks a week. We put out 2 a week every week. And I'm not going to say much more about that. I think you know all that. You can see it all with our 2-week free trial, 14 days. So if you sign up today, you get your Nvidia, your Triple Q, your SPY through the week and through next week. If you sign up today, you get 4 new stock picks, as well as the recent ones that we've had in super microcomputer constellation brands. Let's see, I'm going through I can't think on the fly. It's difficult for me to remember all these. So I'm going to leave it at that. I will be back tomorrow, of course, with Tuesday's Tesla report. You have a great day.